So we are here at Wheatland Veterinary Hospital with Dr. James Matusik, who has done C-sections for us before. So we haven't known him for a long time, but he's a super nice guy.
Slow down.
And he said it's okay if we do a video for a puppy first examination. So these are two puppies that we got from, I can't think of the name. It's
Andrea and Mario
Paseo out of Tennessee.
And this is Miss Figgy.
We've got two very pretty little lilac girls.
Yes.
And they're both having their...
And they're tucked in still because they're...
Yeah, so they traveled yesterday, so they
So I can reset this. Oh, okay.
So they are going to have their first examination. So I thought it would be a good thing that you can see how examination is done and what to expect.
4.1.
See, I lost weight because I haven't eaten since I've been away from home. So I ate a little.
Dr. James, how are you?
But not much.
How you doing, James?
Can you get cleaned up for us?
I'm trying right now.
I don't know. Tell them what my hair looks like. I was out in that wind and it was blowing galore. And this one is no name.
There's no name.
Cody's little girl.
Cody's little girl, right? Two little girls.
She has the testable.
Yes.
She's a lilac and tan with the testable.
Testable chocolate, right?
And carries
I'm going
cream.
to guess the same weight. What do you think?
No, more.
4.5.
Okay, a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Right.
This little girl's the fluffy carrier.
That's why she was more expensive. It was by the pound.
Yeah.
And so they're you know, they're a little shy because they're just not really used to what's going on. By the way, what we do with when puppies come to us, they get quarantined for 2 weeks.
Hey, girlfriend.
Not around any of our other dogs.
What?
Are we doing an exam today, or just?
Yeah, it's
Yep.
just checking them out to make
Okay.
sure for the other breeders to know that we brought them here
Certainly.
to be checked and everything's good.
Okay.
I
All right.
want to recheck inguinals,
Okay.
especially,
We'll do it.
and like their ears, their eyes,
Absolutely.
feel how their hips feel, and their
Okay.
knees.
Well, we're going to see.
We'll just do an extended physical exam.
There you go. We're going
today.
to we're going to if you just kind of narrate what you're doing,
Absolutely.
so help people as what person
Sure.
should be doing.
You bet.
That'd be
You
great.
bet. Okay. So
People
first-
standing in the
That's
background
what
over here
we
too.
do.
How are you all
This is
doing?
Figgy.
That's little Miss Figgy.
All right, Figgy.
Figgy
You look
Stardust,
good
I
in
think, is what
purple.
Chanel named her.
Yeah, that's wonderful. In just a minute, we'll do a further exam on the eyes, but right now we'll just kind
Okay,
of do a general exam. We're going to
Yep.
look at the roof of the mouth, the palate. Everything looks good.
Yeah.
Bite looks good.
Especially for a Frenchie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
right.
see a lot of them have a bit of an underbite.
Yep.
Do you want me to hold her towards you?
No,
Okay.
this is good. I appreciate that, Tammy.
Okay.
Yeah, I absolutely do. Umbilicus looks good. I don't see anything wrong in the inguinal area. No hernias.
We thought we saw a fat pocket right
Yep,
here.
and you got a little bit of a fat pocket there.
Yeah, yeah.
But absolutely no hernia to be concerned
So
about.
something you'd see here would be a bulge, isn't it?
That's right.
So
You
this
would-
here is more of
That's
a fat,
right, and it happens to be just the way I'm kind of holding her right now.
Okay.
Got it.
But whenever I put a little bit of pressure on
Yes.
her abdomen,
It doesn't pooch
Pooch
out.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know
Okay.
that technique.
That's
a
a
new
new
one right
one.
there.
Yeah.
There you go.
We learn something every day.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Been
good.
in it for
I do
18
too.
years,
I do
and
too.
it's like
Yeah.
new every time.
Absolutely. Just going to check her knees out, check the patellas. We don't typically have a problem in this breed, but that is something that we assess whenever we're looking at a puppy for the first time. Okay.
Dainty feet,
Yeah.
little
That
girl.
looks good. Let's check those ears out, huh? Oh, your ears look good.
So you're looking for dirt.
Yep, just
Anything
basically
that
looking for
might
just general
indicate-
appearance of the
Redness.
ears. Yep. Anything that would draw our attention that would be abnormal.
Right. So how comes the otoscope?
Yeah.
The puppy's been well behaved, isn't she? She's not,
Well,
she's not
scared.
stressing out. Well, she's been pretty good. She is.
Yeah.
She's really good.
This one's really a big Brady.
That happens to be due to my gentle touch, James.
There you go. Well, if we tell you a backstory here, we had a C-section done on Nova on Chanel's 5 puppies that you did, and I think you saved one of the puppies that wouldn't have made it. So we were pretty proud of you.
Well, thank you. You're
I
welcome.
did look at your
Thank
reviews,
you.
and it did say best vet in the world. So I don't know if you can live up to that.
Oh
or
my
not.
goodness.
That's a pretty
You-
high.
She
That's a
really
pretty.
praised you, yeah.
That is applied the pressure,
Yeah,
hasn't it?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. But we did have a puppy that was really was having struggling a little bit, and you brought her around.
Yeah. My staff does a wonderful job
Yeah.
during
Well, Shelby-
C-section, so it's
Shelby was there as part of that, wasn't
Yeah.
Shelby?
Yes.
Yep. That was at what, 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night?
Yep.
1 o'clock at night. I
Yeah.
think it's pretty,
I don't remember what.
yeah, it was pretty late. Pretty late.
Okay, let's look at this eye, huh? Okay, looks good.
So what would
No
you,
problem.
if you saw a problem there, an ulceration, redness?
Right, so
Cherry eye.
at that point, you know, I've already done an exam on the cornea, no problems, but what I'm looking at is back towards the retina of the eye. So kind of the internal.
Oh, so actually
working
looking
of the eye.
inside through
Correct,
through
correct,
the.
yep.
Yep. Okay.
That's right. Okay, that's an ophthalmoscope.
Okay.
Just allows us to have a visual of the retina.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. Well, I certainly don't see any problems.
Good.
Good and healthy.
She got an A plus.
Yeah, she does get an A plus.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
All
Are we
right.
gonna do vaccinations today as well?
Well, is she ready? Is it,
Let me just peek at that. real
okay,
quick.
okay.
Okay, so now we're going to do the second puppy, and I think the second puppy is really the same thing as the first puppy. So what we're talking about now is these puppies were coming up on 9 weeks, and have they had their 9-week shots? And if they haven't, they need their 9-week shots.
Yeah.
This is very, very important because
Yeah.
remember that puppies don't have full immunity until at least 6 months, and they've
Well,
got to
were they
have.
my
born?
baby's at the house.
They were born on 16th, January the 16th.
Born on January 16th.
Yes,
It should have the little sticker on there of their shots.
I think I've only had one.
Yeah, yeah,
So this is important.
yeah. Yeah, our babies get theirs tomorrow, so I can
Okay.
pick up shots while I'm here.
Yeah.
And then little Valentina goes home
Yes.
Saturday.
So.
What's he doing?
So what are your thoughts on timing between vaccinations? When do you like to do them?
I like 3 weeks,
Yep.
3 to 4 weeks between vaccinations.
So 6,
That
9,
just-
12?
Right. That
Yep.
just gives the immune system proper
And
time
15.
to mount that immune
You
response.
don't want them too early together, do you?
No, that's
You
right.
definitely don't want them too far apart, otherwise you start the whole
That's
lot again, right?
That's
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
right.
So this is pretty important, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
And so these pups were vaccinated not quite 2 weeks ago. We're
Okay.
actually going to postpone their vaccinations a week to 10 days.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Just to get them the proper amount of time between those vaccinations.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And that is something. So you normally do that for your? I mean, that's something that you can pick up from your vet. You don't have to have your vet do it, but you can't get a vaccination without you won't get a rabies tag,
That's
correct?
right.
Yeah.
Yep. And I most definitely would recommend having your veterinarian, of course, do those vaccinations.
Yep.
But it's absolutely proper for a client of ours or a client of any veterinarian to pick those up from their veterinarian so that they can ensure that those vaccinations were handled properly.
Got to keep them cold.
Yeah, that's
Got to
right.
keep them cold. You do not leave them in your car for 3 hours going home
That's
without
the
an ice
next
pack.
little girl.
This is the next one.
That one's Cody's.
We don't care about this one. It's Cody's.
Bigger. This is her record book.
Okay.
Did you want to pick it
But it's
up?
going to be the same, basically,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
Basically,
Same.
just make sure it's the same.
Should be the same in terms of.
Okay.
So when you like to do wormies, what do you like to worm with?
Yeah, okay. So typically I like to start them at 3 weeks of age with
Okay.
a dewormer.
Yep.
We use something that's pretty gentle on the intestinal system, pyrantel,
Yep.
which is strongid. That's a good one.
Yep.
It's kind of your yellow wormer.
So that's a one-time dosage.
That it's not. So
Right.
we come back 3 weeks later.
Yeah. Right. But it's one day done.
That's right.
Yep.
Sorry. Yep.
Yep.
It is.
So you like to do that
is-
3 weeks and then every 2 weeks thereafter,
Yep.
Okay.
Just roughly about that.
and then move to safeguard after that.
You can. We don't have much resistance with the oral dewormers, so you can use it in subsequent manners. And
So you like to
back
keep on with the
that.
parental?
I do.
Okay.
Yep, I certainly
Okay.
do.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
scared.
Let's take a look
There's
at
a
your
little
ears,
scared.
huh? And then we'll take a look at your belly.
I can't wait till they gobble up their food.
Yeah, they need to put a bit
little
of weight
weight
on
on.
it.
Yeah.
A little bit skinny.
Yeah. Well.
That's
Alondra?
right.
Yeah.
Alondra, I'm gonna have you hold. She's just a little more active than. Just if you don't mind, just hang on to her head there. Oh, I know. I know.
I bet we make $10,000 off this video. We'll give you 2% of the proceeds. Have to get a waiver.
Yeah, we'll use that in just a second here. I want to take a look at her belly.
You can tell she carries that cream. She's so her tan
Will you
points
pull
are
down
so
on her
creamy.
legs, Alondra?
So we're looking for an inguinal hernia.
Yep, that's right. So we look right here in the inguinal area.
Right.
You will see a pooching, especially if you apply a little gentle pressure on the abdomen.
See it pooch out if there's a
Yep,
problem.
that's
Or the
right.
umbilical too.
Or the umbilicus,
Yep.
right here.
Right.
You'll definitely see a pooch.
So, not of any concern whatsoever.
No, not
Yep,
really.
right.
Just a little skin lesion. They may be chewing on each other, sucking on each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Right.
You just never know in that situation with other puppies.
Yes.
Okay,
Rough
wonderful.
house together.
Yeah. Now we're gonna look in her eyes with an ophthalmoscope.
So we're in Kingfisher, Oklahoma. We're in the middle of, not slightly, we're west and north of Oklahoma City. So that's where this practice is. And you do both small and big animals.
That's right. We're a mixed animal veterinary hospital.
So you do C-sections and everything else in between, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just basically anything our clients need.
And you used to be at Dr. Strickland's place.
No.
Okay.
I was in Hennessy, so I'm from
okay.
Hennessy. Yeah,
Okay, now
which
why
is-
did I think Dr. Strickland?
He's a very good friend of mine.
Okay.
Was a very good friend of mine.
Gotcha.
We were in veterinary school, same class
gotcha,
together,
right.
and he was a groomsman in my wedding.
Well,
so,
there you go.
Yeah,
There, so
we,
that's-
we lost a great friend and
Yeah,
a,
he
and a
had
great
COVID,
doctor.
didn't he? Here, what is it,
that's
like
right.
3 months ago now? Yeah,
right.
sad deal.
Yeah, very sad.
I never met the man, but a lot of people really liked him.
Absolutely.
So I always heard great things about him. He was a little bit too far away for us, is the reason we didn't go up there.
So
But,
shy.
okay.
Okay, very good. You know, just don't. I tell you what, you got some healthy pups.
Good.
Yeah,
So
good.
the one thing that we want to make sure and do also is
Andrea,
incorporate a
Mario,
stethoscope.
we have to
Yep.
hear that.
exam.
Listen for the heart.
Yep, we're gonna check her out
Okay.
here too.
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll yeah.
It's gonna be hard for him to do, isn't it?
You can all stop it now.
Okay, normal rate and rhythm.
So what we want here is not a washing machine. We don't want a
That's
whoosh
right. You
whoosh.
don't want to wash the
We don't
machine.
want. We want lub dub, a lub
That's
dub.
right.
We want a lub dub. So they're graded as a 1 through 6,
What,
1 through 5,
heart murmurs are graded 1 through 5.
1 through 5. So a 1 might. I'll keep quiet again.
Yeah. So a grade 1 heart murmur is detectable slightly with stethoscope, and then grade 2 is easily detected with a stethoscope. And it kind of gets worse from there, of course.
Grade 3 with fingers.
Grade
Externally.
4,
Grade 4,
and then
externally.
5 is almost audible
Yes.
without a stethoscope.
Right. So grade 1s. I keep quiet.
Okay. Normal.
So a grade 1 can recover from a grade 1.
Absolutely.
Don't need any medication. It may be grade 2 as well, right?
No, yep. And a lot of times we look for clinical symptoms as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so
So those should all have been. If there was any kind of a heart murmur, you'd certainly hope that the first vet who looked at these dogs before they ever traveled would have caught that.
that's right.
Because that's
And-
really
and
a
if- right.
game changer.
That's right.
Yep.
And of course, some very subtle heart murmurs can be missed.
Right.
So that's one thing
Yes.
to consider, and that's why we do a checkup. You know.
So if you had a grade 1, you'd say come back when?
You would say come back probably in 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
Or to at least do a good checkup in 3 to 4 months
Right.
to see what's happened.
See if
with
it's
the
got
heart.
worse, better.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty good.
But ours checked out good.
That's
Checked
right.
up good.
Yep,
So
everything's
everybody's
good.
happy.
Thank you, Mario.
So now the
and
only
Andrea.
painful part now is we've got to pay the bill. Well,
All right.
Okay.
Dr.
Thank
James,
you.
thank you very much.
Yeah,
We appreciate
thank
you.
you.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.